2, 1. Hey, what is up, everybody? This is BJ here, your host. Welcome to episode 4. I'm joined by...
What's up, guys? Ron Juck here, aka RJ. Super happy to be back.
Bishesh here, and I'm glad to be back too.
Yes, sir. And today is an IRL kind of podcast moment.
We're all together, guys.
First time.
We took
Long
the
time.
feedback that you guys gave us from that last video. Someone in the comments said make it IRL, and we made it IRL.
I wonder who said that.
Probably his fake account, but we don't want to disclose that information though.
Yeah. So today's topic, we were kind of struggling with it. We did get the Google Sheet created, but we're still struggling with it. But we're gonna talk about how we're all Nepali, how we can get involved.
We're Nepali? Are we Nepali?
What you were saying, bro?
Oh, we're all
It might be
Nepali.
Nepali, guys.
Okay.
But we're gonna talk about how we, the young generation, can get involved with Nepalis that are older. What's something that we want from them, and what's something that maybe we think they want from us. So RJ's gonna lead us off.
Or another thing that we're going to talk about is what we can do as adults now to empower the younger community and empower the younger kids, and then talk about mentorship and all that. I think that's another valuable topic that we could potentially talk about, guys.
All right.
But Bishesh would love to start off.
I mean, I guess one way we could help the younger generation, connect with the older generation, because right now I feel like we're in the bridge generation where we bridge between the older generation and the younger generation. So I feel like we have to step up and be the guide and the mentor for the younger generations to show how we can get involved by volunteering in our community. MNFP.
We got Nita right here, guys.
Yeah, I'm
we got
Nita,
Nita.
but yeah.
And then showing them different ways to contribute to our community as a whole.
So I have a question. So why do you guys think we are this bridge generation? What makes us a bridge generation?
Well, come on.
I have that answer.
Yeah, we're the bridge generation because we're right in the border of being adults, but we're also
Still on the other end too. Yeah.
Still on the other end, and we kind of we're involved in the community, yes, but we're not involved to the point where we're getting things done for the community and helping bring the community together.
They are. I am.
Shut up. It's still the adults planning gatherings and everything else. We're just we're attending. We're not really involved in making the gatherings.
Okay.
Planning the gatherings.
We
did it once. We did it once
Yeah.
in the 4th of July, and
Oh, yeah.
I would give us props for that. But other than that, there wasn't really anything else.
Definitely. And kind of I guess off topic, but I also think we're a bridge generation because we're all three of us were born in Nepal, lived there for a little bit, and then came over here, right? So we're kind of this bridge generation because we weren't born here, so we still, we were born, so we're still Nepali, but because we immigrated so young here, we have a lot of the values from here. So
What he's trying to say is we're not whitewashed.
yeah,
That's pretty much what he's trying to say.
I mean,
That is what he's trying to say, yes.
In
Without
short form.
sugarcoating it. Yeah.
without
Yeah.
sugarcoating it, right? Yeah, without anything else you
I
got?
respect that and value that a lot though. I feel like all of us, even though we moved here at a young age, our culture means a lot to us, which is something that I value a lot. Because as a kid, it didn't seem like a big deal to me, but as I get older, I feel like it is a very important part of my identity, and it's also a very important part of who you guys are, and I think that's another reason why we're so close.
How do you think we can prevent, or not prevent, but I think that's a kind of standpoint that a lot of the adults fear, but they don't know how to combat it. How did we, I guess, survive whitewashing, right?
Well, I feel like one big way that this really, especially for us, I feel is, and some of the other guys Anubhav Pratik and some of the other guys that grew up with us, a big reason that we were able to preserve our culture is because of things like Nepali schools. Having a strong Nepali community, which we definitely have because we're like always around each other, especially when we were kids because we lived right next to each other.
Oh yeah.
So we always grew up with that foundation. So we never really, I guess you could say we never really integrated into like the white
Part
or
of it.
American part of society,
Mhm.
and it was like more like specific to Napoleon.
I definitely second everything you say, but I think a big credit also has to go to our parents for being strict too. Because as a kid, there are moments when we argue with them or like, hey, like why can't I do this when my friends are doing this? But I think the role that they played when we were kids, I think definitely have led up to this point too.
Definitely, like especially with some like culture stuff. Like I remember wanting to stay home and game or something, but they would be like, you have to go to this Napoli function, or you have to go get like tikka, even though like maybe and leave it on there, right? Like stuff like that. Because now now I'm not embarrassed. Now I don't care. But at the time, you might be, right? And that's where parents like
You were
saying like
embarrassed to
you
go
should
to
do it.
parties, bro.
Not embarrassed, but sometimes it's like I wouldn't want to go to school with like
Tikka
a
on,
head
right?
full of tikka on, right? But now I
Your parents
wouldn't
forced
really
you to do
care.
that? My parents were not like that.
I wouldn't say they forced me, but I would want to skip the event itself.
Yeah.
But when did you
At
put
certain
tikka
times-
on to go to school?
Like does say
like, you would do
we
it in the
skipped
morning,
school
though,
for
right?
that. We
No,
skipped
No,
school for
I,
that.
I would
We
do like
went.
half days
Yeah.
or like
Well, yeah,
sometimes.
then you wouldn't need to go to school.
Well, no, like I would go for like I remember going to school with tikka on, so I don't know what
I
it was.
don't
for,
know.
but-
I don't remember.
And
going
it could
to
be
school
like
with tikka
a
on.
puja too. Like my mom sometimes will do puja in the like Monday mornings, and then like sometimes she'll get the tikka. It's not. I don't know, but I think we're a little off topic with that. But I do think proximity helps a lot. Like one thing is when our parents immigrated, everyone lived together. Now everyone's kind of in that late stage of having houses. So although everyone lives together like in the same city, they have houses, so it's a lot more individual,
Well,
right?
I mean, there's a big difference because me and Bisha were like, we were in the same hallway. Like I could
Yeah.
walk across the hallway and you'd be there. But
Uh-huh.
now we're like 5 minutes away.
Yeah,
10
and that
minutes.
5 minutes makes such a difference.
Yeah,
right?
because
Like,
now we don't see each other as often.
Mhm.
Whereas when we lived in the apartments, we'd see each other like every single day. But this man
Mhm.
would
so
be watching the anime every day.
I do think that helps in preserving culture. Is there anything else that prevented us from being whitewashed?
I think
It
we
was
hit.
being whitewashed.
I think we've hit on all the big points for sure. Nothing else that comes
Yeah,
to
I
mind.
don't know.
Do you guys think it's a bad thing to be whitewashed? Like kind of like lose that culture part? Like
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's like preference based. I mean, I know some of my friends who are like that and they're totally happy with their lives. In fact, they're like much happy to be more integrated into their new culture than, their original culture. And again, that's totally fine. And we don't discriminate or anything like that at all. But I think it's just preference based.
Honestly, yeah, I think so too. Only thing that does kind of irk me is when they eat like beef and stuff. It's like I get it, man, but that's like the biggest thing in our religion.
Well,
to
I
not
feel like
do.
it doesn't even matter at that point. If they eat beef, I don't really mind.
That's more like a
people-
religious thing. I
That's a
guess.
religious
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Hey guys, it's Future Me here. We kind of went on a side topic about religion, so I kind of cut that out, and we will probably talk about it in future episodes. Anyway, back to the podcast.
Growing up, do you guys feel like you guys had enough mentorship from people within our community or just people outside of our community to be at the place that you guys are at today?
I do think, for me personally, there's mentorship in certain aspects. Like, we would all play soccer, so we would play with a lot of older dudes that are either in college, high school, adult life, and they would give us guidance, right?
Yeah.
So there was some mentorship, but I think it wasn't academic focused for sure. So no academic mentorship, but there would be like mentorship on like staying healthy, doing XYZ. So there's mentorship, but not mentorship in other aspects. So on some aspects, I just said a whole lot of nothing, is what I
No, I
said.
think-
But yeah,
I
But
think that makes sense.
kind of what Bijou said, I feel like we're more like, other than like academic focus, we kind of just ignore that aspect. We're more like emotionally there.
Mhm.
I feel like we're,
mm,
because especially like, I'm sure everyone felt this way when they first moved here, if they weren't born here. just left everything. They don't know anyone. They're starting new, and having other Nepali people there, like, gave them like a little bit of security.
Mhm.
I don't know if it was like that for you guys, but definitely was for me because it gave me something to connect with other people, and
So the
Maybe
younger
something
generation does have mentors, is what we're saying.
no,
Unless you
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just
Okay.
saying they have people that they can like confide in if something goes wrong. Maybe we will, because I do give advice if like they ask me, like Rohit asked me for like some connect, like if I could give him some like information about professors and stuff. I'm not
okay.
gonna deny him. I'm gonna tell him what I know, and I feel like everyone else, all the Nepalis here are like the same. Like it's not like they're like mentoring us. We have to go out of our way
To ask
like,
him.
ask them
Okay.
for help. So I wouldn't call it mentorship. It's guidance, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically going off of what both of them said, I think growing up there was a big emphasis on like finding good mentors and stuff like that. And in terms of like you said, emotional connection, just building a community, I feel like we had a really good community. But in terms of like education wise, I don't think we had enough. At least I'll speak on myself. I don't think I had like a mentor to go up to and be like, hey, this is what I'm interested in. Could you like guide me through different, pathways as to how
Also,
what I
you were
can
one of
take?
the older ones.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm getting. That's
Oh,
exactly what I'm
okay,
getting
okay.
to. See, that's so when I was growing up, I felt like I didn't have mentors, but that's also I'm saying that because I know there weren't many people older than me who went through the same pathway, and that's totally okay. Because now there's people that if someone's interested in going to medicine, for example, there's so many people that you can reach out to. You can reach out to BJ's sister. You can reach out to my sister. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to so many people, right? And I think it's only gonna get easier from one generation to the next generation. And that whole like academic mentorship part, I think it just is so much easier now for kids.
Definitely. And like one thing that's kind of crazy now, and like at least that I know Milwaukee Parivar wants to do is like mentorship programs kind of like that, because yeah, like in high school, a lot, like we didn't know what we wanted to do, right? But there's Nepalis already doing, like Nay was in med school when we were in high school. So,
Oh, yeah.
he could have
Oh, I
spoke
forgot
about it.
about that. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but we didn't know,
Yeah.
and a lot of adults didn't know either. So there's Nepalis out there, there's, I guess, mentors out there. I would like the older generation, if this is something like they would be willing to do, to kind of link people up. Like RJ's in med school, right? He can probably help people. Like in the picnics, I talk to Nepalis that are interested in going to med school. RJ has done this process fresh off the boat, so he can help people probably kind of navigate that, blah blah blah. When I switched to dental, called Nay's sister Jenny, and she like talked about the reality of this why, and she really answered all my questions, which was so nice, because like connections are a huge thing that like us like younger generations don't have, because like you've seen it like when you went to med school, a lot of family members are already like in that space, so they already have connections, so we have to use our privileges, Nepalis that are in that space, and we have to connect and get that.
I think as a neta yourself, because BJ's a big neta in our community, guys. You guys know that he's a big
Represent the
upcoming
youth.
like future president type of neta, bro. What you just mentioned, I think, would be a great project to start within our community. Mentorship to me, it means a lot to me. I've had amazing mentors outside of the Nepali community, like in undergrad and medical school right now, just great mentors, right? And we have such a diverse group where all of our friends, excluding us three, I mean, other people too, we're all in very diverse fields, right? And then I think by giving kids the opportunity to like talk with us, ask us questions whenever they want to, is going to be a very like valuable thing, which I definitely think you should get that started for sure.
Definitely.
Is that something Milwaukee Parivar would be looking into? I mean, I don't know what they're working on right
Hey,
now.
but he's a net. He can make anything happen.
I can manifest it, but like obviously this would have to be set up, and honestly there would
This is like outside of Milwaukee Nepali Bloody Awards.
NRN, anyone,
I'm just
like,
talking
right?
about
like community as a whole.
in
like,
general, the Nepali community, like if anyone is interested in going to a certain field, like there are older people who have gone through the process or are going through the process who would be more than happy to, like mentor them or guide them through it. And I know you would be happy, I'd be happy, you'd be happy, anyone would be happy. There's no such thing as gatekeeping, guys. Like come on, we're all one like community. We're all here to support each other. We all want to see each other succeed.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Unless you're my
Unless it's
exact
gatekeep,
age,
come on.
then I'm not telling you anything.
Then we gate.
Then we gatekeep. If you're competing
No,
with the
guys,
same opportunity,
we're all on
then
the
we're
same team,
gatekeeping.
guys. We're all on the same team.
Bro, if it's a gatekeep, you gotta gatekeep.
So I think that was like a very
What you
overall.
said? Please make sure you heard. it,
Yo,
guys.
you heard
But
that.
okay,
Alright,
continue.
alright.
I think we're all in the same page with at least one thing that we younger or the bridge generation would want seen done, which was definitely mentorship. Is there any other like experiences that we would want to kind of like see the older generation do, or like you think is lacking?
The older generation.
I mean, sports and stuff like that, they've done a great job in, so I got no comment.
I feel like they can do a better job in sports. Definitely do.
Like integrating people better.
Integrating people. I feel like there's a lot of like,
favoritism.
favoritism, like keeping.
No, there's lots of
keeping
positive.
people out.
Don't get me wrong. There's many positives, but there's also negative things, which
Which is how things are always
Yeah.
gonna be, but
Always gonna be like that, for
things are
sure.
just gonna be like that. But I feel like if we get a better structure, we could be better in that aspect.
One thing I guess I would like to see that, I mean, maybe I would like to see more like youth, kind of like me. Like I'm an outstanding neta, but I would love to see more netas involved. Like the only reason I even like started like volunteering, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. Like even though I'm like gassing myself up, saying I'm a neta.
By the way, NIDA means like political leader. Type
Yeah,
of thing.
like I'm not that, right? Like I just wanted to volunteer. I thought it would look, good on my resume, and it would be a community service. And I want to see more people from our age do it. And at least speaking for myself, it was relatively easy to do it. So I like that they made it relatively easy. So if you want to become
They're
something,
babying you, bro. That's what
What?
they're doing.
maybe, but I think like last year there was like 3 people from our generation that did it, and then this year there's about 3 people from our generation. So the opportunity is there. I just hope it's more like almost like, oh, you're over the age of 20, yeah, you could come be involved. Don't be scared off that we're all like older. I feel like they kind of try to. I do feel like there's a little bit of gatekeep in that. Like, it's more for older people, and almost in a weird way. And I might edit this part out. Everyone says like, "Oh, we're doing it for the kids," but
They exclude
you don't want the kids coming in, because when the kids come in, like you'll run against them. You want that position, which is fine, right? Which is fine, but saying.
Making a connection. This is kind of like what's going on in Nepal. All of the older generation
yeah.
prime ministers are staying
Yes.
in, and the youths are not being represented. Just a little thing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we need guidance, but I was really thinking, because in our like UWM, there's clubs, right? What they do is they'll taking like what interns they call them, and then basically they'll foster them, and then those interns next year become like the leaders, right? And I was like, why don't we have that instead of replacing the entire board every cycle? Get some interns, so younger people, and then have them along with the older people run it next year. That's what I
kind of
thought.
like mentors.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, they mentor you while they're like in office,
Mhm.
like you. Like you
It
get
all
like someone.
circles around to mentorship, guys.
And
It all
It does. Even like some kind of irrelevant stuff, but even like you emceed a couple parties, right? Stuff like that. Like, it doesn't always have to be the same adult emceeing.
Exactly.
Like, if you want to get the kids involved, like put them on the spot. Like,
Yeah.
maybe they'll start something.
Well, that's completely different because the kids also want to have to do. You can't just force.
Well, if it's not advertised, like if it's not even like, oh, you
I
can
do
do
get
it
that,
as a kid. Have you
they
ever felt
kinda-
like you could, like you even had an option to host a
I
party?
personally don't want to host a party.
Yeah, but have you
see,
had the option to?
Well, I don't.
Because
Yeah, I
young
do
Nita
agree that they
might,
need to
I
put that
might.
out there.
Yeah.
Okay, have
Yeah.
you? What do you? Think?
I never got the option to. Maybe I would.
I think with age comes wisdom, right? So obviously the people that are older than us, have much more life experiences and experiences
Well, I also feel that
as a whole. So like learning from them is something that we absolutely need to do. But as kids and as a society, I think it's also important. It's like what BJ and Bishesh is saying, like to give kids opportunities for certain things. And like you said, and giving me an opportunity to become an MC. I liked it, I had fun with it, I learned a lot, it helped me with my public speaking abilities, which is something that I'm still working on. But for someone else, they might not want to do it, and that's totally fine. But that was just one example. There's a plethora of other examples
so many
of giving people opportunities, and I think that's something we definitely need to work on as a community.
What's like an opportunity that you think you had or you wanted to do but maybe you didn't get the chance to?
Yeah, I feel like one of the things that I really wanted to do during like early high school, maybe late middle school, was participate in it's like the free health clinic that the Nepali community does.
blood drive?
Not the blood drive. It happened in the Shorewood Library. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it was a blood drive?
Yeah.
Oh, there was like a health clinic thing, no?
No.
That's a blood drive.
I think they did tell you like if your sugar's too high and
Yeah,
stuff like
there's
that.
like
it
doctors
wasn't
and all that, because I know they
yeah.
were like searching Nepali doctors that were there talking with patients too.
It wasn't just a blood. I think they did tell you like if your pressure was too high.
Exactly,
and
yeah.
stuff.
See, I was super interested in that. I wanted to be a part of it. I don't remember who exactly I talked to, but I asked for if I could like help out in some ways and all, and then they said they'd get back to me, and they never did, right? That's just one example, and that it's okay to just be like, hey, no, there's no opportunities here, but I can still connect you with this person who can potentially help you down the line, or stuff like that. And I feel like that opportunity I never got, but again, that's okay, because again, we learn from these experiences, and it doesn't take a village to start a movement, guys. It takes one person, 2 people, 3 people. And then we just get started. It doesn't take that many people.
It's about to
You
go
guys
on
agree?
Facebook.
No,
This
no.
is about to go
Do
on
you guys agree or
Facebook.
disagree? Like,
I agree.
it doesn't take a lot of people to start something. If you're passionate about something, you can get started with 1 or 2 people with the same
Definitely.
mindset.
Just like
I
this
agree.
podcast. Like
Exactly, yeah.
one day we'll look back and
Kinda
we'll be
getting
earning
into the
bread.
deeps here, bro.
Yeah, it is getting a little emotional, bro.
It is getting a little emotional. Definitely. With that being said,
Continue.
I was gonna say obviously age is a thing, right? If you don't think a middle schooler / high schooler should be in that environment, it makes sense. But you do, just stuff like that. Throw it out there, right?
Dude, just thinking about it, our friend group alone, there's someone involved in business, like Ansema, for example. We got
Yeah,
comp
we got everything,
/
bro.
dentist, we got engineer, we got medicine, we got literally everything. And that's, I'm not even bringing up everyone's name, right? But dude, it's a
Nurses.
very, exactly, nurses, PAs, I'm sure, super diverse group, guys. The youths have it well. If we, do something about it, I think their journey is going to be so much easier than what we had to go through. And I'm all in for it, man.
I do want to give props to the older generation in terms of let's say we all banded together, right? There is no reward at the end of the day. The reward is knowing that you did something that you wish you had, or maybe
Exactly, yeah.
That's a reward.
Well,
but
also, I feel like the reward is making sure others
Mhm.
like us don't feel like they lost out on something because they didn't
Exactly.
have
Mm-hmm.
The
someone
same
to guide
opportunities.
them or
Exactly, yeah.
Definitely.
the
Yeah.
same guidance or mentors.
Definitely. And I guess that's a big thing that the older generation have been doing. They've been doing all these all these events, and they don't, it's not like they are getting paid. It's not like that. So I'm very thankful for everything they've done.
Mhm. The older generation, man, in terms of helping us keep our culture and just keeping us informed of what we do in certain holidays and all that, all props to them. Again, I don't think I would have been the way that I am today if it wasn't for all the parties that they hosted, all the gatherings that they had. So again, in terms of that, all credits to them. But obviously there's some things that are lacking, which we're trying to fix, I think, is what we're
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bring
No,
some
what
of
do you
these
mean?
topics
Yes,
up.
we are trying to fix
we are
what-
trying to fix,
Yeah, no,
No,
and
maybe.
I might actually bring some of these topics up. Maybe I can be a voice of reason, right?
He's a nita, bro. He can
Yeah.
make it happen.
Bro, this guy makes the rules.
I'm a neta
here.
with no power. No power.
And again, it doesn't have to be associated with any organization. It doesn't have to be associated with any club.
Yeah.
It could literally be hey, we're here for you guys if you have any questions, whether you're in middle school, high school, we can direct you or guide you to someone who can help you. Obviously, if you're in middle school, having a mentor who's in high school is going to be a lot more beneficial than having one of us, for example.
Mhm.
So like finding someone for them as their mentor is something else we can do. We can work on too.
You know, Milwaukee Nepali program has
MNP.
MMP. They have Nepali schools going on right now, right?
Yeah.
You think it would be a good idea for them to bring in speakers?
So
Nepali speakers to see what
How old are these kids?
old enough,
no, they're relatively young.
but
They
still.
wouldn't understand, I think, like completely. And they're kids, so they're gonna be running around. But we have done events like right now we're doing like yoga via Zoom, so your mom can join those. We're also doing like we had a Dr. Sahaj's dad,
Yeah.
Dr. Hari, I think.
Buddy Bodil, yeah.
Yeah, we had him do like this health kind of thing, like basically a speech, but we had very low attendance. It is kind of really out the way as well, the
Yeah.
location, but we had low attendance. So stuff is out there for like the adults and even the kids. Like health would
Dude,
be something.
I
for
think
the
what would
kids.
be a really cool event would be to have like, it's not a job fair, bro. Like what am I trying to say? It's like
Information.
it's like an information booth, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like you stand, you have some sort of booth, like little like slideshow presentation, poster board or whatever, and you talk about whatever you're currently doing, right? And you just have like kids, high schoolers, middle schoolers, whoever, walk around and then interact with you based on
Kind of like
whatever
career
your-
fairs, I guess.
Career fair, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. I think that would be such a cool thing to do, bro.
If you're willing, and I
think-
think I can arrange that. I think this
career
is something
fair
we
would
can
be
do that.
such a cool thing, and then
Yeah.
they can
Yeah, I
literally
think
walk
so.
around and be like, oh, like this looks really interesting. I'm interested in science. I like math. Like this might be something I want to pursue more.
Would you guys actually want to do this?
Bro,
Because I think I
anything
can.
Bro, I
mentorship-
feel like
Everyone
that's
mentorship
inter-
related, I'm
Every-
100% in.
yeah, I feel like
Okay.
anyone that's interested in their major would like to talk about their major.
And what's crazy is all it can take is us, along with the other people in our generation, to rent out the Cahill building for
Yeah.
$35 for 4 hours,
Yeah.
and we make our own posters, and we
Exactly.
say, "Hey guys, we got we got comp sci major, we got
Yeah.
engineering, we got,
We got
two
everything.
people,
We got
everything."
everything.
Everything,
if
bro.
your kid is interested, and even if we don't have a lot of people show up, 7 kids show up, that's still making
Yeah.
a change. And
Exactly.
and best part, we'll still be talking to each other, so it could be.
I
catch-up.
promise you more than 7 will show up to that, bro. Anything academic related, I feel
Well,
like
I just feel like
parents
we
would like.
need something.
Should we
or
do it
some way to
separate?
put it out.
I'm down to try to like
Dude,
do our
again,
thing.
We just need a way to put it out there.
oh,
And
Facebook,
which is you.
Facebook post.
You
yeah,
use your
Facebook
Those are
post with
marketing
the
geniuses,
dice.
too.
I don't know about
Everyone.
that. Let's not go that far.
I would-
He has the connections.
Maybe I would love to. If you guys want to do this,
Dude,
I would
I'm
love
all
to.
in for empowering the kids, bro. I mean, like I said, mentorship is so important. I keep talking about it, and I would be 100% down.
Okay, so that may be a future thing that we do because I mean that is very empowering, I think. And what's crazy is it's like very easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it came out from this podcast. We weren't even
So
talking about it
maybe.
before this thing. Like it kind of just came out of nowhere,
Mhm.
which is another pro of doing podcasts like this.
You
Definitely.
never know what comes out of it.
Exactly.
Any other things before we kind of wrap up the podcast? Like we could keep talking about it, but our motto is 30-minute podcast, and it looks like we're basically around
33,
32
okay,
minutes.
okay.
Remember, we did start it a little bit early.
That's
so.
true. That's true.
Anything
I
else?
don't know, I mean, I feel like we've had a very productive conversation, a really good conversation. Very different from the last one we had.
Yeah.
but,
Definitely.
That's what podcasts are about. It's all over the place.
All right, guys, this is our fourth podcast.
First ever in-person live podcast. Let us know if
Yes,
you guys
sir.
like this format, because
Yeah.
if you do, we'll make it
First
happen,
time
bro.
together.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
it
I'll
happen.
probably have to drive up to Madison.
And we'll come, like, we can also
Well, yeah,
drive-
we can.
like,
Yeah,
we can, like, switch
yeah.
up every other week.
I mean, I'm coming back every once in a
No,
while.
I like going to Madison. I like what I see there.
You're kind of not
Madison's a
far
great
now.
place.
Okay.
Madison's a great place.
It is a great place.
Milwaukee's a great place,
but-
too, bro.
All right, guys. Later.
Thanks, guys, for watching.
Peace.